Yes guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys didn't notice already, Chelsea go away to Copenhagen for their first game of the round of 16 of the Conference League. And it still feels crazy to say Conference League and Chelsea in the same sentence. But that's the reality of Chelsea. To not see Chelsea in the Champions League on a Tuesday or Wednesday feels so odd. But nonetheless, we're going to give you a preview and how Chelsea should line up against Copenhagen. Here's a little backstory of Chelsea's opponents, Copenhagen. In recent years, you've always seen them in the Champions League, Europa League. They played against Manchester United, have got a win. And this team is probably one of the hardest teams Chelsea's going to face in their side of the draw. Let's talk about their stadium. I've seen that their stadium is very small. The fans are very close to the pitch. And it could be a very hostile environment. But if Chelsea can get a result out of this, it could be a whole different story when they come to Stamford Bridge. But let's get on to Chelsea. The last time Chelsea played was last week when they beat bottom of the league Southampton 4-0 at home. And now the Chelsea players have had more than enough rest. In the previous Conference League games, Enzo Maresca has not been bringing out his strongest sides, but I think it's about time he does, because Chelsea are no longer in any other competition, and this is the only thing that Chelsea can win by the end of the season. But now let me get on to how I think Chelsea should line up against Copenhagen. Starting with the back line, I believe Jorgensen has to play as many games as he can, because switching around keepers is not good enough. We need to give this man experience. We need to give him more games for him to at least get better. I believe this is the worst time to bring back Sanchez, because every Chelsea fan will get onto Enzo Maresca, because the amount of time this man has switched keepers has been insane. And the two fullbacks I went for is Cucurella and Reece James. Starting with Cucurella, this man has been so reliable this whole season, been playing his part for the team. And Reece James, he didn't play the last game, and he should be fully fit by now. Because how long is he not going to be fit? Please tell me. And with Chalobah being out, Tosin comes in to play with Colwill. And Colwill had a good game against Southampton, but we can't forget how much of a bad run he's been on. But these are the type of games that he should actually try and get back on form. Because Copenhagen away is a tough battle. And if you can get away with a clean sheet or a good performance, the Chelsea fans could get behind that. Going into the midfield, Enzo Maresca, I do not want to see anyone but Enzo or Caicedo in that midfield. I do not want to see Dewsbury Hall. Caicedo hasn't been playing in the Conference League, but it's about time you include him. Because we played Dewsbury Hall in the FA Cup and you saw what happened. For Enzo Fernandez, we can't be playing without him. He's the glue to every attack. This man runs up and down the whole game. And we need him for these type of rough games. And going into that front three in front of the midfield. Palmer, Nkunku, and Tyreek George. Enzo Maresca, it's time you start Tyreek George. This man has been showing promising cameos off the bench every single time he comes on the pitch. How can he be showing out a 26-year-old and he's 18 years old? Tyreek George, every time he comes on the pitch, no matter what side he's on, every time Tyreek George comes on the pitch, it doesn't matter what position he's playing, he's going to show out. This man was playing striker against Southampton the other day. And what makes you think he can't play right wing? Enzo Maresca, you have to put trust in players like these. Because Sancho, you've been trusting him. And what has he been bringing out? Nothing. He hasn't been doing nothing. Against bottom of the league Southampton, he was probably one of the worst players on the pitch. And those are the type of games you should be feasting. And going into Palmer. Palmer hasn't touched the pitch in the Conference League yet. He has to play this game. And you're thinking, why does he have to play this game? It's because he has to bring back his confidence. You can see that he's playing without confidence right now. You can see that he's forcing those goals and assists that he wants to get. But he hasn't. I think it's been 6 games. For Cole Palmer to get his confidence back, he has to start against Copenhagen. Because this is the type of team that he can get his confidence back from. He can somehow find a goal or assist or just give a good performance for Chelsea. Nkunku, I'll be honest with you, we have no other left winger. That's the only reason I've started you. Because I'd much rather see you than Sancho because you're more direct. This guy just looks like he doesn't know what's going on the pitch most of the time. I went to go watch that Southampton game live. And this man was just... He was touching the sideline, just not wanting the ball, not knowing what day it was. That's one thing you got to sort out, Nkunku, if you want to at least have an opportunity at Chelsea. Going into that front line, our striker, Pedro Neto. I know it's crazy to say, but Pedro Neto might be one of the best strikers on our team right now, including every fit player. How is a 5'7" man holding up play, connecting with the midfielders, passing out wide, drifting out wide, beating his man, cutting in, finishing? This man's doing everything we want from a striker, but he's not a striker. But that's Chelsea. I would love to see how he does against Copenhagen away. Because that'll be a tough battle. That will test him. Because that Southampton game, this man showed levels up front. But for the injuries we have, Pedro Neto is doing a great job. Because I would not like to see the likes of Nkunku, or even Palmer up front. That would stink. You guys are probably wondering, what are my predictions for the game? And I'm going for a 2-0 Chelsea win. Chelsea see out a 2-0 win so we can come back home and rest our players for the second leg. Because Chelsea at home, we will definitely beat them 3-4-0, 100%. If you guys liked the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys for the review tomorrow.